Today's journey is starting at Columbus Circle, somewhere I used to go all the time after work. I worked on the east side of 59th Street, and I would sit on this little fountain there. If I was having a stressful day after work, or I just needed to kind of get away, I would get some fresh air, go on this walk, sit by that fountain, sometimes for hours, and it was great. But it's blocked off right now, so I'm sad I can't go again.
Get to making with jive, boy, station. When it hits you, yes, yes, you.
Sheep Meadow fall is in full effect still.
When it hits you, yes, yes, you shall. When it hits you, yes, yes, you holler, yes. 1, 2, 3.
This is where the little rowboats usually are, but it's currently closed, which is such a shame. But it looks like there's someone out there in a little kayak or something. So can you bring your own boat? Are you allowed to do that? Yeah, it's like anyone could just bring a boat and get in. Someone just got married. I think I just crashed a wedding.
That was beautiful. Love
Alright, so that was Bethesda Fountain, and now I'm heading to this little bridge that I was reading is a really good view called Bow Bridge. Never been to this spot in Central Park, but this is the Ramble. I really feel like I'm in the woods right now. It's kind of cool. There's all these squirrels running around, crunchy leaves. At the boathouse, which is now closed. How sad is this? Heading over to the next iconic Central Park spot, which is the Alice in Wonderland sculpture. If anyone remembers the movie Stuart Little, there's this one scene with the boats, and I always think of that every time I come here. Living my New York City fall dreams. Just look at these, the way the sun is coming through and the leaves, so perfect. Crunchy leaves. Gotta just crunch these leaves one last time. Left the park on the east side, so now I'm heading up to watch the sunset at one of my favorite spots. Hopefully it's not too late by the time I get there. So I'm coming up on the Met Museum, and it's past that. Metropolitan Museum of Art. That's another prime, iconic New York City location. I don't think I have time to actually go again. I was here recently, which I have a vlog that I still need to upload from that. Back into Central Park, almost there now. It is so overwhelmingly beautiful. Guggenheim Museum. Let this be a lesson. I've still never been there, and I tried to go one year. I think it was like back in 2017. In June, they were having the Museum Mile, where all the museums in this area are free for the day, but I came here and there were so many long lines. And I was meeting up with Livspiration, the one, the only, and we decided to just go to a bar instead. We're like, well, we can always come back. When you live in New York, you realize everything is right here for you and you can easily come back anytime. But now that I'm moving, it's kind of a lesson to myself that just do it while you can, because maybe you won't live in New York forever. You never know. made it to the spot. I will say I've seen much more spectacular sunsets here before when the sun sets there instead of over there because it's fall and obviously as everything shifts, but still is really nice out here. Just see it one last time. So now I'm heading to the Bronx to my friend Nikki's house, so some of us are gonna get together one last time. I'm gonna miss them so much.
It's like for like 3 days now. He's like, yo, I got quesadillas, I can make you that out. I'm like, all right, cool. So he already has a grilled chicken pre-cooked, whatever, so he just puts it on the pan, adds the seasoning, whatever, adds the flour tortilla, the chicken, and the cheese. Brings it out in like 20 minutes, whatever. We're watching another game. Now takes a bite. She's like, oh my God, like, what is this? He's like, Rico, mad calm. Chicken quesadilla. She's like, it tastes so good. Like, how did you make it? Adobo and seasoning. Like,
Oh, seasoning? I thought it was just adobo.
no, bro. It's like, he said adobo, salt, and pepper. Like, something that's the basic shit. Oh my God, like, this is good, so good.
It's 1820. I see that somewhere right here.
Oh, that one was built in 1820.
Well,
And this is 18.
I don't know that this. I think it's a long time too. I don't know what time was.
I have passed by this house before, didn't know what exactly it was. I just always knew it was really cool and historic looking. And it's actually, they have a little plaque. They say it's a New York City landmark. It's the Bailey House. It was built in 1886 for apparently Bailey, like the circus, Barnum, what is it, Barnum and Brothers. So that's when it was built and who it was built for, which is so cool. I never knew that. Honestly, if I could live in that house one day, that's probably my ultimate goal in life. To have the best of both worlds is like you live in New York City, but you can also have a beautiful house and home and space and sunlight and a yard, but you also still live in the heart of Harlem, which is amazing. I love living in New York City because every building has such a unique charm to it. If you just walk and you observe how different each building is on each street you go down. And then if you walk down, as you can see, my college campus is back there, the little castle-like looking building. Just got off the train in the Lower East Side. Love this area. Going to this place I've always wanted to go to called Freeman's, in this little place, Freeman's Alley. It says hidden away, hole in the wall, secret gem, and I've never been there.
Yeah, it's all fucking Arizona.
So I'm walking by this building and I realize they're all Arizona cans. Just the cool stuff you stumble across. This corner is super busy, and as you can see, they blocked off the road, which is good for outdoor dining and safety and space. I love how New York during COVID has transformed so European vibe with all the outdoor seating. So this is Freeman Alley coming up. This is so cool. You go down this alley covered in art, and then at the end of it is Freeman's, which is the restaurant. As you can tell, it's an election year, so there's a lot of chaotic political stuff. Wow, seeing that wall and all the art has reminded me that 2020 has been a lot. The year started off kind of normal, but then it's just like one thing after the other with COVID, George Floyd, the protests, the lockdowns, the curfew, the election. It's been a crazy year. And now I'm coming up on this little secret garden that I used to always come to when I worked in this area. and they blocked it all off. This makes me really sad. You know, I was like, maybe I'll come by this little garden that I used to love so much one last time, but it's closed off. So yeah, a common theme in this seeing New York City one last time journey has reminded me that it's just not the same and everything changes. Heading over to my next iconic photo location, Stuyvesant Street. It's this little corner, and I'm passing by my old work neighborhood, and it's making me so sad seeing like the bar that we used to always go to after work and Bleecker Street. Wow, yeah, I can't even bear to like walk down there. It's too sad. All right, coming up on Stuyvesant Street corner. It's this beautiful little corner. Yeah, I was on the way here and I just stopped and talked to this man who was an artist, and he was showing me his work, and he lives in the Village, and we were just talking about New York and how everything's changing. This is the corner. Why am I disappointed though? In the pictures it looks so much better than when I'm here. I think the pictures I've seen, there's green ivy going up the building and it just looks really cool, but now it looks kind of dead and all the little shrubs and stuff are kind of dying. It's just sad. Look at this. Look at how cute that is with like Stuyvesant Street with the little pole. That's not even there. That's what I was expecting. This is my expectations, and then this is reality. Yeah, it looks like there was supposed to be a street sign here at some point, but it's not here. The ivy's looking kind of dead. We got some construction stuff, some trash. All the ivy is dead on the side. I will still include this in my top New York City iconic photo destinations, even though a little disappointed, and I will say don't go out of your way like I did to come here. So that concludes today's tour of iconic New York City photo destinations. Tara's apartment is like a 10-minute walk away from where I was, so heading over there now. That's the thing I love about New York is everything's so spontaneous, everything is so easily walkable that you could be somewhere and then you have a friend meet up, or you can go to your friend's house. Yeah, everything's very spontaneous, and you can just text someone who you know lives in that neighborhood and be like, hey, let's meet up. Oh, let's grab a drink, let's walk somewhere, and then you hop on the train, go somewhere else. So that's what I love, and I'll miss it so much